YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be installing B58 coils on my N54. We're going to go ahead and use the brackets from VTT from Vargas, and it also comes with pigtails and spark plug boost. Let's go and take a look at that. So for $332, shipped to your door. So what's in the box? I opted for the billet black one because I have the billet valve cover. Came with the plug and play harnesses, and it came with the coil boots, spark plug boots, whatever you want to call them. As you guys can see, I think they're longer. So let's go ahead and get it unboxed and let's see how to swap these out. So I did get Eldor coils. Eldor is who makes all the newer N54, N55. So I haven't had problems. I don't know if people recommend the Bosch ones, but this is the Eldor ones, I think. Right there, it's the part number. I think this is billet, not 100%. Appears to be billet, but it is a gloss black that matches my valve cover. This is their pigtails, or the little adapter harness, plug and play adapter harnesses. Looks like Vargas makes these in-house. Goes to a factory B58 coil. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull all the coils out of the boxes, get the boot swapped over. That's the length difference right there. We'll go ahead and get the car's sitting actually out there. We'll go ahead and get the old coils out, get the plate installed, and new coils, and then we'll go ahead and clean up some with wiring. All right, guys, so this is the boot. Let me grab actually a stock B58 coil real quick. All right, so guys, so this is a comparison of the stock B58 coil with, I'm assuming they extend these because since where they're mounting these new coils on the bracket, it doesn't reach the spark plug all the way, or whatever the reason be. They're pretty straightforward to swap. You just grab right here. I wish I could do it on camera, but I'm alone. But you really just grab right around here, and then you pull back. You twist and pull back a little. All right, guys, we're gonna get the car pulled in. Don't mind, she's a little dirty. We've been sitting waiting on for the headlights. Actually, we did receive the headlights. They're right there. We got the headlights back, but the shipping company had damaged them, so they're getting sent back, and they're gonna have to get fixed. Unfortunately, you know, it's the way sometimes things go. So it sucks. I can't really drive it. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these coils. This is the billet valve cover from Vargas. I'm gonna remove it. I think my little heat shield that I have made here. Oh, my bad. My little heat shield that I have made here. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's where it's gonna mount. So hopefully my heat shield clears. Out with the old. We got the old ones out. These were Delphis that were in here. I never even upgraded these to Eldors. Then we're gonna do the pigtails first, and then we'll go ahead and do the brackets. These are really nice. They do lock into the factory thing, so they do not come out. Give props to Vargas on that. All right, we got the pigtails installed. Let's go ahead and get this bracket somewhat sat in, see how I want to put it. So these are a pretty tight fit in here, but there is still a slight gap here because you actually noticed there's a slight raised edge, so make sure you guys don't over tighten them or else they'll crack. So let's get them pushed in there pretty decent, get them out. Then start off like that, start threading it, and they should sit similar to that. All right, guys, so we went ahead and got all the coils mounted on here. Previously I said there was a gap, but I think they just machined these pieces so tight, so they do sit in there pretty nice. They're really tight. And also, I don't know if I noticed, they do already have dielectrical grease on there. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but my spark plugs are pretty new. They're 97 506s, so I'm not gonna worry too much about changing them. Another thing I noticed is now just removing the coils, we should just have to remove 2 bolts. This whole thing will come out after you remove all the connectors, obviously. So it makes servicing pretty simple. It's like kind of like the 2JZ setup. So let's go ahead and get it sat in there. Let's see how we want to do the wiring. Notice also the boots aren't as stiff as the factory ones. So you gotta really make sure they go on the plugs. All right, guys, we went ahead and got the bolts installed. For me, it was a little difficult. For other people, it probably will not be this difficult. Since I have a top mount, this bolt, the angle, if I had a ballpoint Allen, it would be pretty easy. But it was a little, just put a little electrical tape on the head of the socket, and you should be good to go. Back here, I did have my harness tucked behind the engine, the one that goes on the cowl. So some people, that might not be a problem too. It all depends on your car and your configuration, but it is installed. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it down, button everything up, make sure she runs. I was able to tuck the harness pretty nicely. It actually looks really nice in there now. So let me go ahead and get it all buttoned up and go ahead and give her a fire up. All right, guys, so probably in the last clip you guys saw, I got it all installed, cleaned up, wiped down. When I go fire it up, it was misfiring. I figured, I was like, all right, you know, maybe something's wrong. I mean, one of the coils didn't get plugged in or whatever. One of the, didn't see it in the spark plug or something. So I had misfires in 2, 3, and 5. So I went in, started swapping coils, made sure the coils weren't defective or anything. I got them brand new, so I don't see why they should be. But then I was like, okay, what's the next thing? So I went to the pigtails. These pigtails, I think Vargas makes these in-house. And for whatever reason, if you guys can see a problem in there, I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but one pin, when I pushed it in on cylinders 2, 3, and 5 for me, one of the top 2 pins got pushed back. So it was a white and orange wire. On this one, I had 2 oranges and one. This one was a white wire pushed back, orange and orange. So I don't know if it was something I did. Whatever, 50% of them went in perfectly fine. So what I went ahead and did is I'm gonna go ahead and grab some needle noses, push from the back and pull the front, make sure they lock, give them a little tug. I guess a quick tip for anyone installing it is make sure you grab preferably right here while you're pushing it in. If they don't go in, then make sure you guys pull them back out. Make sure you guys inspect it and make sure they're all sticking out pretty evenly. It might just be some machining issues, or could have been me. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this plugged in, and we'll go ahead and give her a fire up and see how she is. All right, guys, I went ahead and got the coils all mounted up. As you guys can see, I got the cowl back on. Everything looks pretty nice. I really do like how clean it looks, and it matches the valve cover. It's kind of why I went with the same company, because I knew everything would kind of match. All right, guys, so I don't know how well you guys can hear me, but got her fired up. All the coils are installed. Looks beautiful. Looks like it's OEM. I got the wires somewhat to tuck in, but she's running good. The valve cover is installed also. I don't know if I'm going to include that in the same video, but that's a nice quick shot of the engine bay, guys. All right, guys, we already got the coils installed. As you guys see, fires up, runs good. We will go on a test drive once we get the headlights back. That's probably going to be the next video. I want to make sure that we got our headlights in, the bumpers thrown in, get it all cleaned up, and then we can go ahead and send some data logs to CD919, get a tune for this thing, and let's turn up the boost. Let's see what this thing can do. After about 34 pounds, I think 33, 34 pounds, it started breaking up. So that's why we did upgrade to these coils. You could probably just upgrade to the elder coils and it'll be fine. But I was like, hey, might as well throw these coils in. They're proven. They're not too expensive. So we went and upgrade the coils, and let's see what this car can do. Probably, hopefully in a couple weeks from today, I don't know when the headlights will be back, but hopefully soon. And I want to get some content out for you guys with this car. All right, guys, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for what this car has to offer. Got the new B58 coils on.